Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Jill Talks podcast where we discuss anything and everything over a cup of coffee and where conversations happened. So I am your host, PJ, and actually I'm recording this at exactly 6 in the morning. So if you're listening in the morning, good morning. If you're listening in the afternoon, magandang hapon. And if you're listening in the evening, then good evening. And midnight actually. So regardless, I digress. So one of the things that come up recently is that may nagtanong sa akin, both a friend of mine and some listeners din, na what do you do if you don't know how to start? And I guess most of us have that same question throughout our lives din. Halimbawa, after I graduate school, after I graduate college, what's next? Ano na? Yung tipong, I want to start this career. What's next? Anong gagawin ko para maabot yun? I want to start this hobby. Paano ko siya sisimulan? I want to pursue this person. Paano ko yung sisimulan? I want to change myself. Paano ko yung sisimulan? I want to work out. Paano ko yung sisimulan? So, that is a very, very interesting question to ask within ourselves kasi each and every one of us by default wants something na marating natin that could improve our lives. I think that's common sense. And parang denying that fact leads you to be in denial that you want something that you would highly benefit as you develop or as you grow as a person. So that's very common. And actually, that's why I tried to decide na mag-record ng ganito kaaga in order to specify the points that I want to share. Na paano nga ba magsimula? Ano yung factors kung bakit hindi tayo nakakapagsimula? And how can we maintain that beginner's mindset as we grow older or as we grow in our destined path? Ika nga. So one of the things na napagtanto ko when it comes to getting started, the biggest hindrance on why most of us are afraid to get started is that we don't know anything. The mere fact na wala kang alam sa isang bagay before you get started, it's intimidating. Na, ay, hindi ako marunong mag-gitara kaya hindi muna ako mag-aaral ng gitara. Ay, hindi ako marunong mag-workout, mag-gym. Wag na muna. We are afraid to start mainly because we don't know anything about the thing that we want to get started with. Or maybe even yet na we have an idea kung ano yung tatahakin natin but we still are not familiar with the process. I think one of the best examples na I can share this is that when I was starting when I was starting as a teacher online before being an instructor in college, one of the things na sinasabi ko before is that wala akong idea sa online teaching, wala akong idea sa ESL before, English as a secondary language. I tried to research, nanood ako ng YouTube videos, but ibang-iba pala talaga siya pag ikaw ay sumalang doon sa pagturo ng isang foreigner online. It's a new experience. You will make a lot of mistakes, but eventually, yun nga, at first talagang hindi ako nagsimula due to the fact na I have no idea what I'm doing. Same with this podcast na nung una, I really don't know how to start a podcast, how to write topics. So it's very complicated at first, very intimidating in fact. And eventually, it just changed. And I guess most of us have that fear na if we don't know about something, kakabahan talaga tayo and thus making us unprepared for the changes that lies within or that lies beyond. So that's one factor. Another one that most of us justify kung ba't hindi tayo nakakapagsimula is that the lacking of resources. Lacking of resources, yung tipong, ay, hindi, ano tawag nito? Wala akong pera, hindi ako makakapagsimula ng ganito. Ay, parang wala akong oras, wala akong pera, wala akong ganitong gamit, wala akong ganitong access. So, that those lack of resources parang justifies kung bakit hindi tayo nakakapagsimula. And as we go into the passage or as we go through life, parang mas justify na, ay, buti na lang di ako nakapagsimula nito. Okay? And there's nothing wrong if you're considering the resources. Kasi I think, personally, it's very crucial na you consider also your resources before you get anything started. Na, let's say, if you lack money, so bakit ka maghahanap ng mga mamahaling gamit for you to try something new? Baguhan ka pa lang, but you will spend vastly amount of huge resources ng biglaan as a novice. So, it's not justifiable. Hindi siya practical. Ika nga. So, there's a valid reason why people consider resources as a hindrance kung bakit hindi nakakapagsimula. And the third one na usually reasons on why people don't want to get started on things is what would others feel or what would others say about those decisions. And I think very common na yan eh. Very common na, and it doesn't hurt for me to be speaking and reminding everyone na most of us, halos lahat sa atin, have that fear. What would others think? What would others say? Especially if the opinions will come from people who we know. Especially if the opinions will come from people who we trust or who we care. Na baka hindi okay sa parents ko, baka hindi okay sa kapatid ko, baka hindi okay sa jowa ko, ang mga gusto kong tahakin. Maybe they won't support it. Diba? So, having those precognitive or preconditioned mindsets really hinders us on getting started into things that we want. Siyempre, mostly, this will be the time sa conversation na sasabihin ko na, ay, ignore those things. Ignore those things, tapos just do what you want. If that was me from a few years ago, that would be my advice. Just go, ignore the problems. But for me, yeah, before you get started into many things, is that you really have to consider many factors din talaga. Now, if you don't know about something, why would you blindly expose or blindly start? Diba? So that's why parang asking the right questions will allow you to be clarified whether the thing na gusto mong tahakin would be good for you. When it comes to resources, yun nga sinabi ko kanina, by managing your resources allows you to be very careful not getting overwhelmed kapag nagsusubo ka ng something na bago. And when it comes naman sa opinion naman ng iba, it would be very wise to ask for advice or seeking wisdom on the possibilities kung ano yung mangyayari if you tried something new. Consultations, asking for wisdom from people you know who are experienced than you is always better than acting on impulse. Kasi most of us wanted to start on something new based on impulse din. Ay, gusto ko itong gawin. Ay, this is what I want. Ay, ito yung makakapagpasaya sa akin. And that's a good thing if you want to prioritize your peace, your happiness. But sometimes, there are many things you have to consider. You have to think critically muna before you start something new. But there's also a caveat na kapag nasobrahan ka naman, kakaisip, nasobrahan ka naman sa pag-overthink, nasobrahan ka naman sa pag-visualize ng mga bagay na hindi pa nangyayari, pero pinoproblema mo na, then that would be a huge problem because hindi ka makakaalis sa tinutuluyan mo ngayon. So how do we balance that? How do we balance the sense of being critical to ourselves and how do we balance being open enough to explore new ideas? Ika nga. So I guess from experience or from what I've asked from people na alam kong madami nang nasimulan sa buhay, one of the things na kinonsider daw talaga nila is that when you want to start something, you only get the basic information. What do I mean? Pag sinabing basic information, what do you need to know about this? What do you need to know about the facts, the logic, the flow, the process ng mga gusto mong pag-aralan at tahakin? Number one reminder na binigay sa amin before ng close friend ko dati is that you never ask people kung ano yung naging experience nila or ano yung naging feeling nila. Kasi if you ask people how they felt when they tried something new na gusto mong subukan, let's say, nagtanong ka sa isang tao na anong feeling mag-gym, anong feeling ng ganito. If you ask them, is that they will be sharing with you from their personal experiences. Ay, masaya ito. Ay, nakakatakot ito. Ay, delikado ito. And people will give you different people will give you different experiences. And on your end, syempre, parang ma-overwhelm ka, ay, anong experience ang makakapagpabuti sa'yo? So, the best step na binigay sa amin is that so long as it doesn't compromise your safety, it doesn't compromise your values, it doesn't compromise with your peace, just ask for the facts and allow yourself to experience the moment para ikaw na yung ikaw na yung makakuha, ikaw na mismo yung maka-determine whether or not this thing is good for you or not if you want to try something new. So another one na pwede pang sabihin na overcoming the barriers kung how to get started is that it's ironic sa mga pinagsasabi ko kanina, but let go of the things na nagbibigay muna sa'yo ng comfort. When I say let go, it doesn't mean shutting them off completely. Just means setting it aside. For example, hindi ka makapagsimula ng trabaho, hindi ka makapagsimula ng project kasi you have this presence ng gadget, may presence ka ng internet, may presence ka ng mga ganito. So, what I do and what most people do is that sabi mo muna yun. Sabi mo muna yung nagkukos sa'yo ng distractions, nagkukos sa'yo ng relaxation, nagkukos sa'yo ng comfort. Tabi mo muna so that if you're away from comfort, you can focus on the things you can focus on the things that you want to get started with. It's very helpful, very practical and very helpful, but it is not easy. It's not easy because again, you're setting aside the things that is giving you comfort. So parang you reverse psychology it na lang. So this is what I'm saying is actually very common sense na, but sometimes we overcomplicate life that the simplest answer appears to be hidden, or the simplest answer appears to be the overly complicated, but it's not. So yun nga, where was I? So, i-reverse psychology lang natin na okay, hindi ako magsa-cellphone, hindi ako mag-internet, hindi mo na ako mag-games, hindi mo na ako kakain ng mga ganito unless until I finish this. So parang you are setting the things that give you comfort as a reward for getting started. And you have no idea how much this helps me, or this helped me before, especially in school, in work, and in this podcast. Na yung tipong, hindi mo, sinabi ko before sarili ko na, ay kapag wala kang na-record ngayon, wala munang ganitong pagkain. Or pag hindi ka nag-record ngayon, wala ka munang ganitong laro. Or pag hindi ka naka-record or hindi ka nakahanap ng guest, wala ka munang mga ganito. So parang, I withhold my comforts so that I can prioritize the things that I need to do. That works for me and maybe it will work for you. So, I don't know. I am just opening this up as a guide or as a guidebook, as a path that you can find as an option. It doesn't mean that it will 100% work for you, but at least you have the chance to explore new things. And the last one na pwedeng i-consider is that, which is a very important one, what others will say, so gagawin mo. Dito kasi, there was this quote, I think, there was, sa movie na Coach Carter siya, kung napanood. Coach Carter is a movie ni Samuel Jackson na parang nag-train siya ng mga basketball team na mga puro hoodlums before. And there was a quote na, what is your greatest fear? Na our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate, but we are powerful beyond measure, and our light justifies, or our light liberates others. So parang lumalabas doon na ang takot daw natin as people, it's not that kung ano yung mga sasabihin ng iba. It's not that kung ano yung mga limitation sa buhay. Our fear, all of us, our fear is that we fear of our potential. Takot tayo sa kaya nating gawin. Na best case example, takot akong gawin ito because I'm not good enough or I'm not confident enough. So the fear that we have is that we fear that our greatness is very limited, or maybe takot akong mag-excel kasi baka mapansin ako ng iba, or baka hatakin ako ng iba, or I will caught this attention, or I will get this enemies, or I will get this ganito if I tried something new. Best case or best advice na laging naririnig natin is that once you get the necessary information, you do it. You get started. Because in life, wala ka sa pinatutunguhan mo ngayon, wala ka sa sitwasyon mo ngayon if hindi ka nagsimula. If you are in the same place that you are 5 or 6 years ago, ibig sabihin, you did not started anything. But look at you now. Reflect kung asan ka na ngayon. You are there because of your choices. You are there because you tried something new. You failed, yes. You succeed, yes. But through failure comes wisdom, and through success comes wisdom. Wisdom to do something good, and lessons that you can bring in order for you to be more careful as you go ahead on the path of life. So parang this was a very impromptu episode kasi the topic is from the title itself, how to get started or mga something like that. Decided to record it on 6 a.m. so that parang makita din natin na how getting started really helps a person. So please, if there's something you want to do this week, if there's something you want to explore, you want to learn, you start. You just start. There's so many motivational videos, there's so many motivational quotes that will motivate you or encourage you na how to get started. Madami, you can get it from anywhere. But regardless kung saan mo yung makuha na motivation na yan, if you won't take that first step, then nothing would ever happen. So think, reflect, act, and learn. So those are just some of the mantras of life na it's very simple, yet we overcomplicate. Go ahead, go dive into something new. Smile at people. You never know where those paths will take you. But just remember to be very careful, okay? It's fun to stare at a mountain, but it's even more fun to walk the path towards it. So yun lang naman. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and I will see you all on the next one. So for sure, some of you are also asking kung kailan ang mga susunod na batches of interviews. Sa mga susunod na linggo, following weeks, following months, the interviews will be resuming in this podcast. Sadyang yun nga, been busy with my schedule and wanted to do some solo episodes by then. So hopefully you enjoy this kinds of content, and just let me know. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you all on the next one. Be safe and take care.